Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Rando Geek. In this video, we're going to be talking about Comcast. We have some updates regarding the company, some things going on, and many of you will not be shocked by this news. Some of you will perfectly understand it because you'll agree that maybe this is where it's at and this is what happens when, you offer services that people don't have much interest in anymore. So as you can see by this title here, you already know what we're going to talk about. Comcast shares plunge as wicked success offset by big subscriber losses. Link for this article can be found down below in the description for you. And there's going to be two links, okay? Because one is going to be for the main discussion here, and then there's going to be another link that talks about another part of this conversation. So we're going to get right into it. So yes, Comcast reported a steep decline in broadband subscribers for the fourth quarter on Thursday on competition from telecom firms that have been bundling 5G mobile services with internet plans, which has sent Comcast shares about 11% lower. So they're saying the broadband subscriber losses overshadowed the telecom and media giants' upbeat results and the announcement of a $15 billion share buyback program. So they're saying Comcast has lost 139,000 broadband customers in the quarter, higher than FactSet estimates of 91,000. So they did worse than what was anticipated. 40,000, about 40,000 subscribers more. 50,000 subscribers less, right? They lost more than what was anticipated, as it also was hurt by Hurricane Milton and Helene that disrupted Florida business during that quarter. So they're going to try to angle it and say, well, the hurricanes did some damage here. And maybe to some degree, maybe that's why it was a little bit more than anticipated. But nonetheless, I don't think it would have been that much more. I don't think when you're doing worse by 50,000 less subscribers than what you're expected to, I don't think it's just the hurricanes doing that. There's a strong signal here that people are just tuning away. They're tuning away from local cable and TV companies. They're doing this. This is happening. And there's a lot of reasons. Many of you are very strong, feel very opinionated about cable. You're not paying for it. You never were. Not for the last 20 years. Cable has been done for a long time. And it isn't that people don't necessarily like it. I'm sure if everyone was able to get cable for $10 a month, maybe they might keep it. But it's the amount of money that you're paying, the fact that you don't have the freedom to choose the channels and programming that you really want. You're just supplied with prepackaged offers, channels that you don't really necessarily care about. Maybe there's one or two, but not too many. All right, so let's continue on before I go into my little rants here. But so they're saying Comcast is introducing new pricing packages, which we'll get into quickly in a little bit. But for upgraded markets in the coming months that bundle wireless and internet, they're saying that Comcast is adapting a strategy similar to that of wireless carriers such as AT&T and Verizon. They want to be like the big dogs, right? Which aim to increase their market share by attracting customers with discounted premium plans that bundle 5G mobile services with high-speed internet. I mean, it works for AT&T, it works for T-Mobile, it works for Verizon. 5G home internet has really helped, I think, T-Mobile increase their postpaid customers. I think that's why they did so much better than anticipated recently. T-Mobile, I'm talking about now, because they were able to use their 5G home internet to attract customers to get a discount with their home internet if they become a postpaid customer. You pay a lot less, where it's like $20 less. And, for many, that's a good deal. If they were looking for new service anyway, or if they were going to maybe just at the very least use T-Mobile as a side plan, maybe a business line or an additional line, or maybe for somebody in their family, maybe they figure they can put one of their kids on it or something. However it is, they save some money, right? And T-Mobile is all for that, and carriers are all for that, and so is cable companies. So they're saying Comcast and its cable peers have a dramatic advantage in being able to offer a converged solution everywhere. All right, so anyway, however, the company's quarterly results were strong. Surprisingly, its total revenue rose to 2.1% to $31.92 billion, beating estimates of $31.64 billion. An adjusted profit of 96 cents per share also topped estimates by 10%. So they're saying Wicked, a movie adaptation of Broadway prequel to The Wizard of Oz, was, I guess, responsible for this. So it earned roughly $700 million at the global box office and helped power a near 7% rise in Comcast studio revenue. So this is basically why they did better than anticipated. It has, nothing to do with cable in itself. Peacock has contributed to some of their profit as well, 27.8% thanks to price hikes made last year ahead of the Olympics. So Olympics fans paid more money to use Peacock. And I'm sure once the Olympics were over, they cut the cord. They cut it. They canceled service ASAP. So take this with a grain of salt. These results here, all this is just because Wicked helped. The movie did good. Comcast was able to piggyback off of it a little bit, and Peacock was able to piggyback off of the Olympics. But nonetheless, you will see declines with their profits next quarter because we're seeing the trend of people leaving cable. And it's not smack talk, it's the obvious. Many of you in the comments here that watch regularly, that stumble upon this video, if you stumble upon it and you're interested in these types of topics, you will say you're just not interested in cable for how many reasons? At least 3 reasons I can tell you. It's too expensive. You don't have a choice in what you watch. And, maybe you just don't have time for it. You don't have time for it as well. So let's dive into the $70 a month sports and news TV package, which is a bid for Comcast to attract cord cutters. So like I said, there'll be 2 links for you. Comcast announced the launch of Sports and News TV, a new video package for its Xfinity Internet customers as part of its strategy to remain competitive in the streaming era. The move comes as customers increasingly shift from cable networks to streaming services, disrupting once profitable legacy business. Comcast, owner of Universal Studios and NBC, lagged behind the other media stocks in 2023, with shares dropping 14.7%. All right, so that's pretty much it. I mean, that's basically the gist of it, but I think the Sports and News TV package will include all major local broadband channels, broadcast channels, ABC, CBS, Fox, NBC, Telemundo, and Univision, as well as major news channels like CNBC, CNN, Fox News, and MSNBC. So if you're a diehard sports fan, this could be good for you. People are saying 50 would be good. 40 would probably be better. 70 is a little bit expensive, and I agree. But, you know what I mean? It's kind of like some people like it. Some people are not feeling it. So I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how this does. I think it's a little expensive. But Comcast and these companies are going to charge what they think they can charge. They're solely going to use their name. They're going to try to dominate the market with their name. They're going to try to pull rank in that way. But people are just not having it. They're not having it. And, one last thing, then we'll wrap this up. The only chance cable will have is if they allow you to choose your programming. Let's say they offered cable for $50 a month, 100 channels. If you could at least choose 20 of those channels that you want, I think they would do so much better. It's not going to happen. And maybe it will, but you'll probably have to pay a lot if they allow for that. But that would be the only real opportunity for them to seize the moment and grab customers that want more options, want the ability to choose what they like, what makes them, want to sit down and watch TV and more so pay for it every month. That's my opinion. Let me know if you agree or disagree. But either way, I think, for most people, cable is just not the answer. It's, cord cutting solution, streaming apps, free streaming services. There's so many things to choose from. As always, thank you so much for stopping by. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.